beautiful. Excuse me. Excuse me. I just finished eating. And today is a beautiful day. So it was on my heart this morning when I woke up. Amir, take your camera outside. Talk to my people. Go for your walk. Do your hour walk outside. I check the weather. Make sure it's clear. One thing I noticed, like I said before in the previous video, sometimes I don't have it right. And I would be out there and it start raining on me, which I don't mind. I with these locks, I'm free. I don't mind rain getting on me. And my locks be looking, they be locking. That's all I gotta say. So it's like, I don't mind some rain on me. But I be concerned for my devices, you know, my phones and stuff. And that be my concern. So I really don't want to get those wet and messed up. So like I said, today is a beautiful day. We going for a walk today. I want you to join me. But before I go on a walk, and even if you don't catch the live and you watching this on a replay, you know what I'm saying? I do have some things to share spiritually, you know, some things to share. But before we get into the walk, I already sprayed myself down with off. These bugs down here, I ain't used to them. And I be telling people, like, you know, in Cleveland, you get used to the bugs you see in Cleveland. And, you know, we got like 10 bugs or so, you know, you see in the summertime. If that, down here is always a new bug that I've never seen before, all up in my grill, you know. And I don't want to be on the camera running and swatting and acting crazy. So I put a little off on me, which I started doing lately anyway before I go for a walk. So the one book that I've been mentioning more frequently than the other is this one. You see that? The author is Carol K. Trueman, and she was I believe she, I don't want to say that. I'll just read this because I thought I had Googled her before. She is the author of the book. This is a phenomenal book. She is a practicing therapist and spiritual healer. She is dedicated to assisting people achieve emotional and spiritual well-being through resolving and healing their core issues. So this is what this book, that's what this book focuses on. She speaks about, let me just name some of the chapters up in here. The language of feelings, energy vibrations, where feelings begin, how feelings impact our lives, the importance of being single, the importance of becoming single-minded, erasing illusions, let's get started, the major feelings, it just is, early upbringing, becoming accountable, getting along with others, when feelings remain unresolved, discharge your stress, eliminating stressors, enjoy the now, feelings list, probable feelings causing illness. That's one thing I have been speaking on. Self-fulfilling prophecies. And that's when I was talking about affirmation. Like, it's a real thing. I even learned about that when I was going to college at Bryan and Stratton taking business course. Like, I forget what course I was taking, but self-fulfilling prophecies is a real thing. You begin to expect certain things, you speak in it, and it just becomes a never-ending cycle. A more harmonious being, be emphasized, and then dash ing, freeing the soul, and then the acknowledgments and stuff. This is one of the books God put in my possession. And I walked through this book. I did every, she have like scripture read. And this is a powerful book. This book and the other book I'm about to show is a book that I'm going to be rereading. Because sometimes, you know, it just calls for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to reread a book you've already read. So one of these days, I already know I'm going to go back and reread this. Some of the, like I was saying, a lot of times illnesses, which this wasn't the first place I heard about that our emotional state and the state of our, soul can cause, like if it's ill feelings and emotions that we carrying and holding on to, we not meant for that, babe. Like God didn't create us to be harboring those ill feelings. They need to be processed and emotions. Maybe you've been through the prayer line multiple times and you still got some stuff going on and you don't know why. Try something else. Talk to a therapist. Talk to a psychologist. Look on Amazon. These books are both of the ones I'm sharing are on Amazon. You can begin to, with God, walk through these activities and begin to experience freedom in your life emotionally. I just finished eating and I got, excuse me. Let me just show you like what I'm talking about the illnesses that can be caused in our body from us holding on to ill feelings and stuff. Like it's literally something, every part of the body. I'm gonna just start with the A's. Probable feelings causing illness. See that? And I'm gonna just read some of the illnesses. Abdominal area. Some of us have problems in our abdominal area. Abscesses, which are growths in our bodies or on our bodies in certain areas. If you're prone to accidents, if you have aches throughout your body, acne, addictions, Addison's disease, adenoids, adrenal problems, aging problems. I'm trying to see what the heck is aging problems. Okay. I don't want to go into like the different body parts or, that may be holding on to stuff. Like the energy becomes like locked up in that area. That's the best way I can explain it or whatever. It's even a Bible scriptures for the people who read the Bible that speaks about joy or happiness being like medicine to the bones or something like that. That's in Proverbs, I believe. But it's different scriptures that speak about certain things or emotional states that can cause you, or something about bones being brittle as well, I think is in the Bible. Go look it up. Bones, something about bones in the Bible, and it speak about certain thing associated with that. So it's like, that's for real. Like, we don't get into talking about energy. We don't get into talking about stuff like that. I guess it's easier for us to run to the doctor every time. I guess. I don't know. This other book, Healing Your Lost Inner Child. How to Stop Impulsive Reactions, Set Healthy Boundaries, and Embrace an Authentic Life. This author is Robert Jackman. And let me tell you what he is. He is, just saw the page. Robert Jackman is a board-certified psychotherapist with a national board of certified counselors who has helped many people on their healing path for more than 20 years. In addition to his private practice, he has taught master's level classes at National Louis University in the Chicago area, led outpatient groups in hospitals, given lectures on mindfulness, hypnotherapy, codependency, and the role of spirituality in healing, and participated in numerous weekend retreats with Victories for Men. Those are some of his credentials. Healing Your Lost Inner Child. This book came to me on YouTube. I just was going through one day some time back, and this young lady was talking about how this book helped heal her. And she gave a testimony. And about how the book helped her. So some of these, and when I heard her talking about it, and some of us, we don't even know how to set healthy boundaries in our life because I didn't know what a boundary was. So talking about setting boundaries, that was out the door. Like, I didn't even know what the heck a boundary was when it came to like me and being in a relation with any person, any other person. You know, it's all like ways we have boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Some of these chapters are chapter 1, The Walking Wounded. I didn't even remember that this was the title of this first chapter, and I was talking about how we be walking around wounded. I think that was in my video yesterday, just bleeding all over the place, right? Recycle pain, repeated poor choices, impulsive reactions, exercise your impulsive reactions, how wounding shows up, a word about parents, our wounding stories, and then he gives a story, Stephen, an emotionally abandoned teenage boy, the inner child. So that's all chapter 1 right there. And then chapter 2, healing emotional wounds, heal, the process works, the responsible adult self, story, Jennifer and her repeating cycles, functional responsive tools, exercise your current functional responsive tools, goals of the heal process, authenticity, resilience, attunement, discernment, exercise, self-discernment, unfreezing the wounding. Remember I was talking about you get stuck, you frozen. It's like you frozen in time emotionally. Boundaries, integration, story, and Anya, a brave little girl. Then chapter 3, the lost inner child. Chapter 4, wounded child, wounded adult. Chapter 5, applying the heal process. Chapter 6, boundaries. Chapter 7, the responsible adult self steps up. Chapter 8, integrating the wounded child. This was such a beautiful book, and it took me months to get through. I literally had set this book down for months at a time. It probably took me a year to get through this. And that was my process. You know what I'm saying? This book, yeah, it works. It works. And even if some of his examples or something don't apply to you, just still try to do the examples. If you feel led to get the book, still work through the activity the best you can. Like for me, I don't have the best memory, so I could only remember what I could, because one of the activities you got to go back and remember certain things, because a lot of times we respond the same way to things that might make us anxious or nervous, or it's like we respond the same way we did when we were a child to some of those things, like running from stuff because we're scared or we don't know how to handle the situation, or talk to the other person about what we're experiencing. It's better just for us to run away. You know, that's kind of like adolescent emotionally. And when you heal and mature and your adult self begins to take its rightful place, you know what I'm saying? You kind of grow up inside. You learn how to have meaningful and healing conversations with other adults. But those are the 2 books that I've been speaking of that God used to help heal me and my emotions big time. I'm sure I still got more work to do. You know what I'm saying? Feelings, Buried Alive, Never Die, and Healing Your Lost Inner Child. So if you feel like any of the titles from these chapters I read off could be something that you can benefit from, this book, she started off talking about, which was, I didn't even realize, your feelings are, you get them from like before you was even born. Them be passed down through our parents. When we in the womb, we're being marked and shaped in our feelings and emotions. And that's powerful. Like if your mom was carrying around certain stuff, or your dad, yeah, just from you before conception, if they were dealing with certain things and then they get together and procreate and you were the result of that, well, now that's something that's going to be something you're going to have to probably deal with as well, because mom probably had low self-esteem or felt rejected or unloved. Those same feelings are going to come on you. Dad may have felt rejected. Dad may have not felt good enough. You know what I'm saying? So self-love is so important, guys. And it all starts just from doing some type of work to address the inner you, things that's going on inside. You know, one thing Whitney Houston said, and I think I mentioned this before, but the greatest love of all is inside of you. That's the greatest love of all is inside of us. All that looking around for it on the outside, you'll never find it because it's not there. It's on the inside. And that's what we want to be tuned into. That's what we want to be tapped into. Still sitting up here with these spectacles on like I'm a teacher. No, but I'm supposed to be wearing glasses for real. I do. These are my reading glasses, though. That's all they're going to get up out of me. No, I'm just kidding. But listen, we got to do the work. When you start doing the work, it's like a whole new world open up to you. Your whole perception change about life. You start speaking to yourself differently. You start encouraging yourself when you do something that you may not have done before. You took a big step. You're not really waiting on. It's like me and me is like this. Me in the mirror, we just like this now. After I started doing the work, I'm my own best friend. I had nobody else in the mix. I ain't trying to get to know. No, I just want to know me. I'm interested in me. I want to know me. I want to spend time with me. And it was the best decision I ever made. I remember I was walking to the store one day to go get me a Black and Mild. This was like, this had to be like 2023 when I wasn't doing Uber anymore, but it was before the final blow where I couldn't drive my van. It was a SUV. I couldn't drive it anymore. And I was walking to the store to go get me a Black and Mild, and it's like God was talking to me. He said, I was desiring a relationship. I said my heart was broke real bad. I broke my heart because I got myself wrapped up in something I shouldn't have been involved in. And it was just someone who basically we started out as friends and it escalated, but we shouldn't have crossed that boundary. But either way, not getting too much into that. I've had flings before. It was just something about this dynamic we had, this connection. It just kind of, it was something I've never experienced. Look at me. It was something I never experienced before, right? And I shouldn't have wrapped myself. That's why I'm safeguarding myself now. I'm not getting involved in none of that till I'm walking down the aisle, whatever. That's the best way that's the way I want to do it from now on, because I love myself too much to be putting myself through that type of emotional pain. Like that was, and I guess that was meant for me to experience, because that's like, yeah, this is it. No more. So I'm walking to go get me a Black and Mild. I'm like, dang, God, I just, want a relationship. I just want to be, in a happy relationship. And we doing this and we doing that together. Your girl being transparent right now. I'm really trying to help somebody right now. God is telling me to share. It's a part of my testimony. And so I said, it's like God said, a mirror. He probably want to be like, Shy, you shouldn't be thinking about no relationship. That should be the last thing on your mind. Thank God he's just so sweet and gentle with me. I appreciate it. But God said, a mirror. You ever thought about being in a relationship with yourself for a little while? Just getting to know you, spending time with you, where you ain't worrying about no other person. You're not worrying about a man. Is we gonna get together today? Is he gonna call me? Are we gonna spend time together? Is we going out? And ooh, he called me. Ooh, he texted me, and whatever. All that stuff. And love feels good. It feels good to be in a connection, especially a dynamic where y'all just like this. Man, listen. Come on now. Somebody know what I'm talking about. It feels great. But God wanted me to be single for a while and worry about me and work on me. God said, why don't you do that? Don't worry about relationships and all that stuff. When it's the proper time for it, you'll be ready. you'll be ready for it, right? This time you're not carrying all this baggage with you into no connection, dragging them down with your stuff. You know what I'm saying? God could have somebody for us, but He's not about to make that connection the way we are now. Bringing a bunch of trouble to this person's life because we suspicious and paranoid and distrustful and we dishonest and scared and bringing all this stuff into a connection. You're going to attract to you what you are. It's the truth. You're going to attract to you what you are. So if you continuously find yourself in connections with people and you're experiencing the same thing over and over again, you got to take a look at yourself. Because you just drawing into you what you are. And this person is there to be a mirror reflection of you. I don't be lying. I don't be doing this. I ain't no cheater. Take a deep look. Take a closer look at yourself. There's a lot to be discovered there if we truly take the time out to look at ourselves and take a long look at ourselves in the mirror. And it's not to badger yourself. It's not to put yourself down. It's to know yourself and to help yourself with God, because it's really God helping us through us. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. Do the work. If you can put relationships on the back burner for a little while, just do it. I promise. I can't even promise that, but I tell you one thing. I feel in my heart that if you take the time out, put relationships on the back burner, focus on yourself, get you a couple good books like these, crack them open, go do one at a time. Don't try to do both of these books at the same time. First, I read this one, and then I already had this one in my possession, but for some reason, I just couldn't really get into this book at first. But when I started this one, I got discouraged a little bit through this one too, and kind of put this one down for a little while. But then I went back to it. So it's like you just take your time with yourself. Go through these books. Or whatever book you feel directed through. You could go through Amazon and they got a list of books to help with this emotion. This books to help with fear. Books for anxiety. Books for addiction. Books for low self-esteem. Books for jealousy. Books for promiscuity. Because it's a reason why we want to do that. Behave that way. You know what I'm saying? Some of us, we never given ourselves a chance to be by ourselves for any extended period of time. It's nothing wrong with you. You're not ugly because you're single. You're not good enough because you're single. Give it a try. I'm telling you, I start saying, no, thank you. I'm good. Oh, I appreciate it, but I'm cool. Oh, that would be so nice, but no, I'm good. Not only that, but I noticed that I was rejecting or just turning down guys that in the past me would have been like, oh yeah, come on, let's hang out. We gonna drink, we gonna smoke. And I wasn't doing those things anymore. And for the first time in my life, I have disassociated with partnering up with people who live like that. Because I don't want to be drawn back into it. It happens so easily when you're connected with a person romantically and they got these addictions and you probably don't. Well, sooner or later, you're going to be doing what they're doing. And usually don't go the other way around. Where, oh, I'm with an addict and I'm a clean person and they're just going to lay their addictions down and come on this side of the street. I don't want to take that chance. That don't resonate with me. So I just start saying, no, thank you. I'm cool. I'm good. It's nothing against them. I just know that I'm working on me right now, and not just that, but I do have something more particular in mind that I would rather be coupled up with. Someone that's more in alignment with where I am in my life, So all I'm saying is, I don't know why I got on the topic of couples or relationship stuff, but I think a lot of us, we use relationships to distract us. Thank you, Spirit. We use relationships to distract us from paying attention to us, doing the work. It keeps you busy. You always got something to do with the other person. Y'all got this going on, that going on. But then you don't want your whole identity wrapped up in another person, because that's what ends up happening. But if you take the time out, do your inner work, be single for a little while. You know what I'm saying? However long. Shoot, this is the longest I ever been single. No links, no nothing. And then I'm going on, it'll be 2 years. Let me just say it'll be 2 years in December. Single as a dollar bill, baby, and loving every minute of it. I don't feel no qualms about it. I just don't. I'm still discovering me. I'm still learning me. But you know what? When it's time and that partner do come along, I won't have any problems identifying it. He gonna already be doing the things that I'm involved in, or doing it, or you know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, you work out, I'm about to start working out too. Oh, you plant-based? Yeah, I've been thinking about being plant-based, and I think I'm gonna start leaving this stuff alone. You know, he done just hopped out the bed with somebody else last month before he come talking to me, or even last week or last night. No, I don't want that. So it's like, you start learning self-control in certain areas. Like I said, you attract to you who you are. And it won't be no, all this, my picker broke. I've heard that before. Well, stop picking. Let God pick. Maybe once you've done your work, fast. See if this person is the one. God can tell you yay or nay on something. You know what I'm saying? Before you go jumping into something. Sometimes these connections be so toxic, man, land people in prison, jail, the grave. You want to be careful. Work on yourself so that you can begin to identify other people that's, oh no, I know that. I know what that look like. I know. I've been there. I've done the work. I'm on the other side of that, and I'm not about to get myself tied back into that. Oh, I done heard that statement before. That's somebody who is emotionally abusive. That's somebody who's going to say something like that. When you are not healed and you used to hearing stuff like that, you think it's normal. You think it's okay to be talked to like that. But when you start seeing your value and worth, and somebody talk to you crazy, it's a wrap. You easily can separate yourself, and you're not hungry and thirsty to be like, well, maybe he won't do it again. Hey, I'm not making light of nothing. I've been there. I've been beat up so bad, I had to take days off of work. As a supervisor, couldn't even go to work because my face was through. I done been through it. I done been through that. Okay? So it's like, don't put yourself through stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And then I didn't even leave after the fact. You feel me? That's how jacked up I was. And even went back a little while later after we had separated. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Once you begin to heal and do the work, then it's a natural, like, you just will not be attracted to the same person or type of person that you probably would have given an opportunity or chance to before you started healing and doing your inner work. Like I said, you just get a whole new perspective about life. I done did all this work on me, inside of me and God, you know what I'm saying? Just for me to cast my pearls before swine? Just throw myself out there to any old body? No, I'm this precious cargo right here. I know my value and worth. I'm not just about to, and you're going to be talking to me like I'm something that's stuck to the bottom of your shoe. No, because I'm not talking to you like that, and you're not going to talk to me like that. And we're going to treat each other like the divinity and royalty that we are. Okay? So those are those two books. I'm about to use the restroom because I'm going to be out here walking. And I'm not going to be able to use the restroom anymore. I just drank. Let me show you what I had this morning. This what I'm on now. Some apple cider vinegar. This came from Aldi's with the mother. 5% acidity with the mother, right? And I put a tablespoon of this in my glass with some room temperature spring water and drink that down. And let me tell you, I do apple cider vinegar and water I've been doing that for a little while now. Let me just tell you some of the benefits of apple cider vinegar. Preferably drink it with a straw. Okay. So this is like a home remedy associated with various potential health benefits, although more research is often needed to confirm many of these claims. So I'll explain some of the benefits from Google, but I'll also explain what I personally be experiencing. ACV may help regulate blood sugar levels, particularly for individuals with diabetes, according to Healthline. The acetic acid and ACV may slow down carbohydrate digestion, improve insulin sensitivity, potentially reducing blood sugar spikes. ScienceDirect.com notes that some research suggests ACV may enhance glucose uptake, potentially reducing the need for insulin secretion. One study showed that consuming 30 milliliters of ACV before a test meal resulted in enhanced stimulation of glucose uptake compared to a placebo, according to ScienceDirect.com. But it benefits digestive health, may support digestion by balancing stomach acid and promoting a healthy gut environment, potentially reducing bloating and improving nutrient absorption. So that's one thing I noticed about it. It does help reduce bloating for me. ACV aids in breaking down food more efficiently and enhancing the nutrient absorption. You want to dilute it in water. Weight management. So maybe promote feelings of fullness, potentially reducing overall calorie intake. For me, it does produce feelings of fullness. Daily consumption for 12 weeks led to a moderate weight loss of 2 to 4 pounds and reduced body fat percentage, particularly in the abdominal area. Booyah! And that's where I'm looking at. The abdominal area. Like, it just helps with this. So that's why I will, from time to time, get on some ACV. Start drinking that with some water. So ACV is not a magic solution, and sustainable weight loss requires a calorie deficit over time. Others suggest that it helps skin conditions like acne, eczema, psoriasis. It could be used as a toner or exfoliant. Yeah, that's true. I don't use it for that though. But you make sure you dilute it if you're going to put it on your skin because it can burn your skin. ACV is believed to possess antibacterial and antiviral properties which may help combat certain pathogens. Some individuals find relief from acid reflux or heartburn by consuming diluted ACV before meals. There's limited evidence to this though. ACV may also have potential benefits for lowering cholesterol. So that's just some of the stuff about ACV, and a lot of it is still being researched, but they do have people that have testified to saying, hey, I noticed this or that, when I do the ACV. So I'm going to go to the restroom. I'm going to grab my tennis shoes and we're going to hit the dough. All right, got my tennis shoes. And we about to head out. Gotta put my knee sleeve on just in case. It is a little hill that I'm gonna walk up, and it kind of can irritate my knees sometimes, so I just rather be prepared. Shake my shoes out, but sometimes we have little specks be getting in them. So I'm not gonna put my phone up on the tripod because I don't want my phone to slip through that tripod, because if something happens to my phone, I don't know what I'm gonna do. My main phone, the phone that I'm recording on. So I'm gonna just hold it in my hand, and I'm gonna take my other tripod just in case I need it. Okay, guys, this is new for me. Walking out here, holding the camera up to my head and talking to it. I did do a video for my YouTube channel, walking one day, but not going around what I'm about to do now. Like, I'm about to do some laps in this neighborhood. It's a circle, so I know if I go around there about 3 times, walking at the pace I'm walking, that should be about 3 miles, and it's about an hour long. So, it's 12:47. We about to hit this dough. Got my little fanny pack on. I put on my bug spray. Oh, hold on, let me take this off of here. I'm gonna try to do the whole hour on the camera, just to encourage somebody, motivate somebody. Go for an hour walk in your neighborhood. And if I can't do it, or my shoulders getting tired from holding the phone up, then I'm gonna get off. All right, this is something new for me, but we gonna head out. As soon as you step outside. So, see this clouds in the sky. Yeah, so, if you don't have a gym membership and, you don't have a recreational center in your area, maybe you don't drive, whatever the case may be. We got legs, we got feet, and we can walk. Get out and walk. Get that exercise in. Get the heart rate up if you can, for heart health. And walking is probably one of the best things we can do for our bodies. If you walk on a consistent basis, you're really doing yourself a good service. So, get out and walk. You don't have to walk for an hour. That's just what I do. I might not be doing it forever, but that's what I do now. When I go out and walk, unless I feel raindrops and stuff, I might have to cut it short. I just come out here for an hour and walk. The neighborhood is beautiful. And these one people, they got a beautiful garden. I don't want to record their house though, but I wish I could show it. Beautiful garden. So, thank you, Holy Spirit. I almost forgot. I was waking up this morning, and besides sharing the books, God was saying to go for a walk and record myself walking. I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. I need to go for a walk anyway. But I was thinking about the importance of why we should be using our gifts, right? Like, I wonder why it's so important that we use our gifts. Like, why is now such an important time, rather? Why is now such an important time that we use our gifts? We by the road, so it might be a little noisy until we get to the main area I'm going to. But I'm just using this hypothetically. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm sure not trying to spark fear and, all that goofy stuff. Hold on, we about to... Hey, if you ain't never lived in Atlanta or this area down here, Decatur, Atlanta, whatever, these people drive fast. They don't be playing. You got some slow drivers too. But a lot of it's not like Cleveland. Nah. And we got fast drivers up there too. But these people drive fast and crazy. They can drive fast and crazy. So I'm on a freeway overpass. See? So that's why it's kind of loud. And I'm next to the road. And then I'm going to get back into my story in a minute. So it ain't even 90 degrees yet, so that's a good thing. I was trying to get out here as early as I could. Okay, so I'm thinking to myself, like, I wonder why is it so important now that we use our gifts and our talents. But I told you, like, 4 years ago, that's when I first got the message from God about Amira. Get on TikTok and tell people to start using their gifts. I gave them the gifts for a reason. I'm like, okay. Here comes a emergency vehicle. Lord, I pray these people be all right. Whoever in that ambulance or whoever the ambulance is going to get. So listen. The message is back. This time, even stronger than before when I first got the message. So God was saying to me, okay, Amira, this message is called Show Signs of Life. Show signs of life. Okay, this is why it's important to use your gifts and your talents. Okay, now let me tell you where this title came from. I used to work with a manager when I worked at the Department of Veteran Affairs. And this guy, he was a cool brother. He worked in one part of our department in canteen services. He was a manager in that department. And I was a supervisor in the department. I was supervising in the coffee shop. And this gentleman, he was hilarious to me. He was a funny guy. But you know, sometimes we'll be sitting back chilling, just discussing our areas. You know, managers, I think they do that sometimes. They'll be on breaks together and stuff and just be talking about stuff concerning the job. So he would just say to me, like, show signs of life. Like, some of the employees, they weren't showing signs of life. They was just there, like, lethargic. You know what I'm saying? Not doing nothing. You just there. And the way he used to say it, though, used to just tickle me on the inside when he would be talking about showing signs of life. But he was right. Like, it's about showing signs of life, okay? When you're using your gifts, your talents, your skills, your ability, you know, to the glory of God, you showing signs of life. So this is what, when I was laying in my bed before I even got up, I said, well, why is this important? You know what I heard? Like I said, I ain't trying to create no, you know, narrative around this topic or nothing. But this is what I heard, and I can't even lie about it. Robots can't mock you or emulate you if you're showing signs of life. I swear, that's what I heard in my spirit. And it's hard for a robot to clone you or take your place if you moving by the Spirit of God. And you using your gifts, talents, and skills and abilities inspired by God. A robot is void of the Spirit of God. I don't care how human-like it can be. It can never take your place if you moving by the Spirit of God. Now, if you sitting around being lethargic every day, you ain't doing nothing new. You ain't creating nothing. You eating the same thing every day. You ingesting the same thing every day. You doing the same job every day. You're not creating nothing. You having the same conversations every day. Maybe you can be emulated, duplicated, cloned. I don't know. Listen. It's time, guys, that we just start. We get up. We get busy. We find some type of time in the day to use our gifts. You know what else Spirit told me? You can start with just doing something you enjoy. That's important. Taking the time out your day to do something that you enjoy to do can wake you up. Can wake up that area, that spark, that make a creative spark in you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about being inspired. Inspiration is God breathed The breath of God. That's like where the word inspiration comes from. It's God breathed. The breath of God coming through you and whatever you're doing. So it's literally like the Spirit of God coming through when you're inspired, feeling inspired. You're being an inspiration. It's a life force energy. And this is what we use to create. Aww. Oh, this smells so good. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I don't know what that is. Oh, and they got some red ones up there. Look. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. See those? They look just like the white ones. So beautiful. That's why I like to go for a walk. When you got a car, make sure you take time out to walk. I saw my neighborhood all right driving by. But when you're not driving, whether you got a car or not, just park it in the driveway and go for a walk. You start seeing your neighborhood different. You start seeing stuff you didn't notice. You're not driving by all fast. So, showing signs of life. It's something about the human race and all that we are made to be. All that we represent. That's why it's important to use your gifts. Without me getting too much into certain things or whatever. Just sharing what I feel led to share. It's important to use our gifts. It's important to use our talents and our abilities. Some of us, we should be collaborating with other people on certain projects. Some of us, we should be teaching how to do something that we're a master at. We've been doing it all our lives. We definitely can teach a course. It don't have to be something accredited. You can just gather people somewhere, clean and safe, and say, I'm having a course in regards to sewing. You know, you want to learn how to sew? Come bring your machine. Well, that's you doing something you enjoy doing. And you never know where that can lead you and take you. Try not to just let your life be going to work, working 50, 11 hours, and going home. Just challenge yourself. Oh, now they got some purple ones. Oh. I'm not going to smell this one because, I don't know, it's some kind of bird, right? Oh. I love it. I absolutely love it. You never know what can come out of you just doing what you enjoy. Something you enjoy in your life. Get back to that, babe. And if it's not anything that you've laid to the side, discover it. Discover it about you. It's in there. You might not, you haven't discovered it yet. Try new things. You never know what you might enjoy. You never know what you might find you like to do. Let this be the season about you. You know, If you're in a partnership or you're married, children, all that, I ain't saying or encouraging or, not that anybody just, oh, Amira said this, I'm going to do that. I ain't talking like that. I'm just saying that's not what I'm advocating for or anything. Give your family the time that they need. But also, give yourself the time that you need too. Your quiet time, your quiet space or place. It's okay to break away from everybody and give yourself some personal time. You deserve it. We can't keep taking from ourselves and never sow back into ourselves. Because then we set ourselves up for something to happen that could be sometimes traumatic to help balance us out, bring balance into our life. And we won't put ourselves on the back burner anymore. We learned our lesson. Nah, baby, I gotta take my vitamins because I know what'll happen if I don't. Or no, I gotta drink my water throughout the day because if I don't, I know what's gonna happen. Or I gotta get my exercise in because if I don't, your girl ain't gonna be at her best. So that's all I'm talking about. Whew. This the heal I was talking about. Whew. Hold on, y'all. I used to smoke. I get winded. And if you used to smoke and you stop smoking, make sure you're getting some walking in, running in. It kind of help pull out some of that mucusy, help your tissues to turn over and cells in your lungs and be rejuvenated. Woo. If you're giving out all the time, you got to make sure you give back and you pour back into you. That's what I was talking about. Good to see you out here doing things. What's up, Mike? You've been coming through showing your girl some love. I appreciate it. We got to pour back into ourselves, guys. And this is all about my message that I would like to share about sharing our gifts and talents, skills and abilities, letting our light shine from the inside out. It don't matter what religious belief you have or background. God is God. I'm telling you, man, with the God of your understanding, it rings so true to me now. Don't try to hold on to a belief system that just isn't resonating with you completely. Be true. If it got to bring true to you from the inside, it got to resonate with your soul, your spirit. We're not just here for ourselves. We're not just here for any old just to be here. It's 8 billion people on this planet and some change, if I'm not mistaken. Right now, all over this globe. Now, might be some other life beings and other galaxies and planets or whatever. I'm talking about Earth. Us. Out of those 8 billion people, how many lives are we touching? Out of 8 billion people on the earth, How many lives are we touching? Have we multiplied? Have we been fruitful? Have we put anything out there that can reach areas of the world that we may never physically be able to touch down on? That may not be everybody's call, but my point is, we need to be letting our light shine. That light is what reaches and stretches out. It's the light. Okay? So yeah, show signs of life. That was the title of the message. Don't be lethargic in life. Get out of the habit of just going to work and coming home, kicking your feet up. For me, I used to crack open my beer, light my blunt in my room, chilling. And I sure wasn't working out after that. I sure wasn't doing nothing that would be a benefit to my body. I just want to recuperate because I done had a long day. And I would be feeling nice and fine, twiddling my toes, sipping on my beer. Now listen. We working on our second lap. I'm glad y'all with me because that first lap went pretty fast. So, can we find the time in our day? Pray and ask God to show you. Pray and ask God to show you. How can I start to incorporate the time in my day so that I can start having some me time? Some of us, we just need, if we can get a good 30 minutes into ourselves, phone off, ain't nobody knocking on your door. You just say, hey, I need a break. Let me get 30 minutes in. Shoot. Before you can even talk about gifts, talents, skills, and abilities and stuff, you got to get used to just giving yourself a little time in a day. Make that a habit where you can sit and think. Thinking is so powerful. That's where new ideas are born. Thinking sometimes. Can you think in peace? Get out of try, babe. Like, if you the one. Okay, clearly I don't have the best connection out here. People will show you love at me like that. I just throw my hands up, show them some love back, you know. This week coming up, let's try that out. Some people really, really take excellent care of their yard, and it is beautiful. Just from laying the proper mow down on that boy and keeping their bushes trimmed and plants and flowers looking nice, I love it. I love it. Hello. So, ooh, what the heck is some type of cricket looking creature? Hello? Huh? Oh yeah, baby, gotta get it in. See what I'm saying? The butterflies, I'm running. But look, let's start there this week. If we know We pulled on every end. You can't even begin to use your gifts, talents, and abilities because you're literally pulled in every direction. Start carving out some time in your day just for you. Start there. It ain't no rush, but we got to start the process. And that Lincoln look nice. Start carving out time in the day just for you. How many ever days out the week? I just need some me time. Me time is so important. Sometimes that's all God wants from us. It's the little me time. Like I said, it's some things that God want to share with us. Some things that God want to show us pertaining to our own lives. We may be in over our head in some areas. We don't know which way to go, what to do. Start giving yourself some me time, some quiet time. That's when those answers will start coming through. You'll start getting downloads. Even I've been talking about meditation. Just some quiet time is so important. Don't pull yourself in every which way, every direction. That's you doing it to you. Ain't nobody doing that to you. You got control over that. You can say, hold up, wait a minute now. Hold up now. I need some me time. I had recently called a relative of mine. It was about 9 or 10 in the morning. Had some things to share. And you know what my relative told me? They listened to a little bit what I had on my heart. But they was like, okay, baby, listen. I appreciate you and I hear what you're saying, you know, blah, blah, blah. However they said, I don't even remember. But if you call me between these hours in the morning, you're not really going to be able to talk to me like that because that's my me time. I don't really engage like that first thing in the morning for them. They said that's my me time. I'm like, oh no, cool, no problem. I honor that because I got my me time when I wake up. So if I cut my ringer, I start cutting my ringer off on my one phone, and I put my other one on D&D. So, you know what I'm saying? Point being, get that me time in. Get that me time in. And if you can get in some time where you can just get quiet and listen to what your spirit might have to say. What kind of instruction? What kind of anything? It's going to be something to benefit your life, I promise you. You'd be like, oh my gosh, that's all I got to do to fix that? All because you got quiet for a little while. You got a much needed answer to something that was perplexing to you. So yeah, that's why it's important. It separates us from any other species, any other creations they may come up with. We're something special. And we've been given treasures. We've been given treasures. And it wasn't meant for our treasures and our gifts to just be stuck inside of us. I know we done all heard the little saying. I done heard Tony Evans say it. I done heard not Tony Evans. I don't know why I'm talking about some Tony Evans. I meant to say Les Brown. I heard Les Brown say it. It's another minister. He was from Barbados or Bermuda, or not Bermuda, Bahamas or something. Miles Monroe, Dr. Miles Monroe. I think I heard him say it before. When they said the graveyard is the richest place on the earth because so many people transition with their gifts still in them. They never did anything with it. That's just something to think about. I ain't even like, don't die without using your, I ain't saying all that. I'm just saying, we literally can come here with so much in us and it never get used. For some of us, our gifts, and I done said it before, your gift will make room for you and bring you before kings. That's in the Bible. For some of us, our gifts is our power to get wealth. We'll never know if we don't start using it or them. Some of us, we have multiple gifts. I've touched on that before. Whew. Let your girl catch her breath. Some of us have multiple gifts. It might not be meant to use them all at the same time. But they're meant to be used. It's called a gift mix, where you have a mixture of gifts. For example, you might have a gift to talk to people. And when you speak, people listen. They consider what you're talking about. Well, that's that gift in action. Okay? Coupled with that gift and ability to be able to speak to people and they actually listen to what you're saying or taking into consideration, the Spirit of God just comes through when you speak. That's all it is, right? You might also have a gift to be able to interact with a lot of different types of people from all over the place, all over the country, the globe. That's another gift you might have. So when those two gifts are working together, because they're mixed, they're together. You might be somebody that travel around and you share wisdom with other people. Or you're sharing from yourself verbally or in some type of communication, and people actually listen, and you travel around doing it. You might have another gift. Maybe you're good with figures, numbers, money. That's a gift. And because most people who's gifted in that area, they make money real easy. And they're able to accumulate it they're able to stack it easy. It's like with ease. Literally. That's a gift that they have, right? But coupled with that gift, you might have a gift where you can establish foundations, where like building things, you can gather people, resources, and you can begin projects, spearhead them. Well, you have the gift of your resources in action and everything that it takes to be that type of person who can be disciplined and stack money and even be blessed enough to be able to invest and share your funds. But you also are, and these are like what I'm speaking of, these are some of the leadership gifts that we may have. And it's just to give you an idea. This isn't like an exhaustive list. It's just an idea of a couple of gifts we may have that we can actually use to help the collective, to help enlighten each other, so we can wake up. Because it's literally like we've been lulled to sleep. We've been listening to lullabies all day, every day, lulling us to sleep. Here come another emergency vehicle. Our life can literally put us to sleep, or we just been asleep. So us using our gifts, talents, skills, and abilities, it helps each other. It helps us all. Because one person touch one person, and that person touch another person, or a couple people, and it's like a ripple effect. Some people are just so neat and clean. So neat and clean with their stuff, man. Hold on. This man taking the light post out of his yard, you know, like the path lights. Brother man pulling them out the ground and wiping them down, putting them back in. You already know his whole yard is immaculate, impeccable. That be light. That's light. That's his light shining, doing stuff like that. You be shining like a diamond, man. I'm telling you. Ooh. A rock done got in my shoe. Let me try to position it so I ain't got to unlace these high tops. At least not right here. If I got to take it off and shake it out, so be it. I'm trying to pass these cars. Oh, that was a garage sale. See, I always had a desire to make a difference in the world. I just really had, ever since I could remember. And my life never went in the direction I thought it should be going in. Challenge after challenge. And then I got my addictions on top of that, impacting situations and circumstances I was going through. Then it was just like a never-ending cycle. Hey, the good news is this is our third lap. And once I get around to the starting point again, I'm walking it on to the easy. You feel me? Give me some of that salad. But listen, when I come out earlier, just a little earlier, it'd be a little bit more quiet because it don't be as busy. Today is Saturday, shoot. People out and about. Children about to start back going to school down here for sure. They start back like early August, if I'm not mistaken. I need a branch for my zucchini. One of the branches I'm using as a stake to hold it up. It's too small. That plant outgrowing it and pulled it on down. And I keep trying to lift it back up and it keep falling down. So I'm gonna have to get me a larger stick. I might get back on, I think I will, to do garden work, but I'll make that a separate video for anyone who's interested in seeing me play around in my little container garden. So many people out doing their yard work right now. But yeah, I never knew how that was going to transpire in my life. But as I began to go through my healing process, I began finding myself doing things publicly that I would never have been able to do before. Or I might be able to squeeze it out one time, but I won't be back for a while because I'm just too scared. I'm too self-conscious to do it. But ever since I went through that process with God right by my side, leading and guiding me along the way, it's like something lit up inside of me. And that's the best way I can put it. I don't even care anymore. It's literally like, oh, do that? Okay. Hey, you just do it. Leave the rest to God. Just be available to do what you're supposed to do. I hope ain't nothing get me on the back of my leg. Do what he told you to do. Don't worry about the rest. If somebody gonna listen. I done came through with messages to some places and totally really wasn't showing any kind of acceptance for what God had told me to share. Did I feel? No, I didn't feel no way. I'm like, well, I did what God told me to do. The rest be on them. You feel me? Same here. If you got a message to share or If you know God want to put you somewhere where you got to be in the public eye or whatever the case may be, go do it and leave the rest to him. Shoot, that's out of your hands at that point. I ain't talking about do it begrudgingly and do it like you don't want to be doing it. I'm talking about where you really want to do what God wants you to do. When you go do it, you don't have to worry about how it's received. Sometimes you can put the message out or share a message, but it's not really quite, it's meant for the people not to receive it at that time. God do what God do when he do it. So it's like, go say this to these people or whatever, but they ain't gonna hear you out. They ain't gonna listen to you, but I want you to go say it. But what'll happen is, there'll come a time in the future that message that you was trying to give or share, whatever the case may be, will become so totally relevant and a much needed word at a later date. And you done been said that thing, you done been made that video years ago probably. I'm just doing what God put on my heart to do, man. That's it. Help who I can, inspire who I can. But I'm going to show my transformation. I'm going to share my journey because that's what God told me to do. And I'm going to do it. Golly. Something definitely got in my shoe. A little itty bitty pebble. Now, if I wasn't holding this phone up, even though I brought my tripod, I just don't want to put it down and take my laces loose and get the little pebble out my shoe. It's some itty bitty rock too. It ain't even nothing big. It's a speck. Whew. Sometimes I'll just run up this hill. I won't do it now because I'm holding this phone. Just to get it out the way. I'll just run. I'm over the hump. Oh my gosh, I wish I could show y'all some of these people's homes and yards. So beautiful. I've always been into beautiful things, period. Yards, homes. I love when people keep their stuff neat and beautiful and appealing and nice. Then you got the flowers on top of that to set it all off. So I know I be coming with different stuff, but it's all usable stuff. It's all stuff that I've implemented in my life through my healing journey. It's all stuff that I'm doing now to maintain and to continue to heal and grow and evolve. And it's been working for me. Oh, I've reaped a benefit from it. I used to do yoga in the bed before I got up. That was something that God put on my heart to do for a period of time. I haven't done it in a while, but it served its purpose at that time, and I might get back into it soon. I've done, see, and then, I mean, I can get into some other stuff with healing, where we want to talk about, as far as the ladies, you know, our womb healing. Some of our wombs need to be healed. We gotta, our hips holds a lot of power in our hips as ladies, women. That need to be loosened up. You know what I'm saying? So that the energy and power from that part can be expressed in our lives creatively. It's a lot, man. I'm still learning a lot too. Being a female, being a woman, a feminine, divine feminine is a powerful thing, man. We gotta learn who we are. We gotta learn our power, our ability, the gift that we carry inside of us. It be so much I be wanting to share, but it's like, I just have to wait, you know. Some messages shouldn't really come together. You know, I gotta stay where God say be at. Say, talk about this, I'm gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna get off into some other stuff, you know, not today at least. We gonna be all right, though. We gonna be all right. Better than all right. We headed to the house, babe. And just like that, your girl done did 3 laps. That's about 3 miles. I just walked probably a little less, because my pace is kind of like a brisk walk. Let's take it on in. I purposely didn't bring me a towel to wipe away the sweat. On purpose. Back through the overpass. Across or over. That's the little area I like to walk in. Nice little circle. Enjoy looking at the houses, listen to the birds. I go around 3 times. Oh my gosh, I keep all these white cars. Just, it's like, I done just seen something flew in my eye. So many white cars. This is like catching my attention. Literally, it's so many white cars passing by. I don't know if you got a white car. Maybe it was something in this message that you meant to hear. I promise you, I'm seeing white car after white car. It's some other ones coming through, but it's like so many white cars. So much so that it's catching my attention. Ooh, somebody barbecuing. They grilling. Smell of the summer. Today a beautiful day down here to do that too. Oh, it smells so good. It smells so good. I met these people down here on the corner because of their garden, and I wanted to talk to them about it because they have containers as well. Stuff growing in containers and some stuff growing in like raised bed. Come to find out, they know somebody that I used to work for in Cleveland. Knew him by name. And these people own their own restaurant down here. And they got a garden in the back of their restaurant. And he decided to do it at home too. So, small world. So they say, you know. But yeah, one day I was just like, ask him about the garden, you know. And I did. And come to find out, me being all the way down in Georgia, the man knew somebody I worked for in Cleveland who came from down here and relocated up there. So, I know I might be hard to see right now, but that's okay. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. I don't even know if I was audible. I know the video went out a few times because I wasn't getting a connection. Look at me, man. We got it in, babe. We got it in. So your girl about to wipe myself down. Let me take these shoes off because I definitely got a couple pebbles in them. I'm about to take these shoes off. Wash my hands. Wash my face. Dry my neck off. I'm not going to take a shower yet because I got a few chores I need to do in my garden. And I'd rather just take a shower after that. So, dang, I got little grass clippings on the back of my heel. Hey, it comes with the territory. And I still got sweat like dripping down to my chin, running down my neck. And I love it because I put in some work. Yeah, so remember, let your light shine because you are divine, babe. Hey, get outside, get you some vitamin D. Get you a workout in today. You know what I'm saying? You deserve it. I'll be back in my garden. I'm going to title my video something about the garden, okay? All right. Mwah. I love you.